Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reading Enid Blyton's short story called Jigsaw Joan. It starts by, "You ought to be called Jigsaw Joan," said George scornfully when Joan began to do yet another jigsaw. "Well, if I like doing jigsaws, why shouldn't I do them?" said Joan. "You like collecting stamps and Ronnie likes making things with his mechano. I don't laugh at you for doing those things whenever you can. But you always take up all the table with your silly jigsaws," said Ronnie. "You go on and on. I can't think what you can see in them." "I can't see what George sees in his silly stamps or you see in your endless mechano," said Joan, beginning to be cross. "Can't you see that some people like doing one thing and some another? I'm good at doing jigsaws, you're good at doing something else. I don't see why we can't all be happy in our own way." "Well, collecting stamps teaches you geography, so it's some use. And making things with your mechano teaches you to be clever with your hands," said Geronimo. "Doing jigsaw simply doesn't teach you anything." "I'll do them just for pleasure then," said Joan, emptying out the box of colored jigsaw pieces. "And you never know, you might be glad someday that I'm so clever at fitting jigsaws together." "We shan't, Jigsaw Joan," said George. "And remember this, when our birthday comes next week, don't give us jigsaws. We don't like them." "I'm not going to," said Joan. "I've got your presents already." George's birthday and Ronnie's came very near together, only 2 days between, so they always shared it and made one big day of it between them. Joan didn't give them jigsaws, of course. She gave George a new stamp album and Ronnie a book showing him all kinds of different things he could build. They were both very pleased. "We've been lucky," they said. "We've had ships, trains, books, and then 10-shilling note between us." Five shilling each," said George. "Lovely, we're rich." Put the note in your money box," said their mother. But they forgot and left it on the windowsill. The, the wind came and blew it away. It blew it inside the room and over to the toy cupboard. It blew it right inside at the very, very back. So, of course, when the two boys looked for it, it was gone. They couldn't find it anywhere. They didn't think of looking at the back of the toy cupboard. They were very sad, but it couldn't be helped. The 10-shilling note was gone. Now a little mouse ran in and out of the toy cupboard each night. It came the night the paper money had blown to the back of the toy cupboard. It was very pleased to find it there because it meant to make a paper nest. This paper would do nicely. It couldn't bite it up into little pieces and make a cozy little nest in the little toy motor car. So it chewed up the note into about 70 pieces and made a nest of it. But before any babies came into the nest, the children's mother turned out the toy cupboard and she found the mouse's nest in the toy motor car. She called to the children, Joan, George, Ronnie, do come and see. A little mouse has made a nest in your toy motor car. They came to look. George gave a cry. Mother, look what look what nest is made of. Our 10-shilling note all bitten into tiny pieces. It's wasted, said Ronnie. We can't spend it now. Oh, what a pity. Joan emptied the tiny bits carefully onto a little tray. She looked at them. It's rather like a little paper jigsaw, she said. If only I could fit all the little bits together properly and put some sticky paper behind, the 10-shilling note would be whole again, and you might be allowed to spend it. Oh, Joan, could you do it? Cried George and Ronnie. Begin now, quickly. So Joan's deft fingers sorted out the tiny paper bits. She borrowed a new 10-shilling note from mother to see how it looked, and then she began to do a peculiar jigsaw. A bit here and a bit there. That bit fits there. Surely, and that one should go there. Here's a straight bit and here's another. It's coming, cried George. And so it was. It took Joan nearly the whole day to fit the many little bit pieces together and to stick them carefully at the back so that the note showed up whole. You're very patient and deft and very clever, Jigsaw Joan, said mother admiringly. But I don't think anyone would take the note. We'd better go and ask the man at the bank what he thinks. Well, the man at the bank was very surprised to see such a peculiar note, but he said yes. It was quite all right. He would give each of the boys 5 shillings for it. What do you think of that? We'll never tease you again, Joan. We'll never tease you again, Joan. Never, said George. You're the cleverest sister in the world. Come and spend our money with us. They spent it all. And 2 shillings and 6 pence of it was spent on, well, I'll give you a guess. Yes, you're right. It was spent on a new jigsaw for Joan. She's going to do it tonight, and you may be sure she will get every single piece into its right place before she goes to bed. Clever, Jigsaw Joan.